We're going to talk about LeBron James and Bronny making a historical NBA father-son court moment. And Sheyla and I are going to get into like a deeper topic beyond this, but I just wanted to play this video really quickly that just shows their first time together on the court. Just watch the video, y'all.
History tonight. The first father-son duo to play together in an NBA game. This is all in the family. And what a celebration for the James family. Bronny's brother and sister, his mom on hand. Outside, dad hands to his son, gets it back. Two-man game. James missed it. Rebounded.
About ready? All right. You see the intensity, right? Just play carefree, though. Don't worry about mistakes. Just go out and play hard.
One kick. Bronny can't hit the three. Good setup. Bronny James will head to the bench for LA. There has been a lot of buildup and conversation about this, and I do think J.J. Redick and the coaching staff recognized, hey, let's take care of it so that this is not a story that's popping up prior to every game.
So before we get into what we want to say, I think it is important for us to mention the fact that Bronny did suffer a cardiac arrest over the summer when he was playing for USC. And thankfully, due to the medical staff at USC, they were able to, he came out alive. Thankfully, everything is good. But they did find that he had a congenital heart defect. So he played for USC. He gets not traded. Drafted in like not the first, or was it like the second round? It was not. He wasn't a top draft pick. And everybody, all the commotion is like, because before this, a lot of storylines were like, oh, LeBron James wants to play with his son. Like, he wants to play with his son. So, of course, I guess the Lakers not appreciated that, but said, okay, boom. They drafted him because they want LeBron James to be happy, because he's really one of the star players of the team, and you want to keep LeBron happy. He's a legend, and you don't want him to go nowhere else. So they draft Bronny, and even during the preseason games, he was playing, but the whole commotion was like, he should not be in the NBA. And if he is, it should be the G League, right? But as television is television, and who doesn't love a good storyline? Everybody does, especially if you're part of the Lakers, right? This is such a big franchise. We love a storyline. And this is the moment that you guys saw. So what I want to say is, yes, I am all for history. Creating historic moments, being the first, supporting your child. I am all for that. But I just know that when we are grandmas, this story is going to become revisionist history. Is that like the word you use? It's going to be revisionist history, because we're just going to be like, oh, in 2024, LeBron James and Bronny James became the first father-son duo to play in the NBA. You guys saw the clip. He played about 3 minutes. Okay. He scored 0 points and got 1 rebound. It does a disservice to Bronny James to put him in that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's great. I'm glad he got his moment, but I just hope and pray that they are able to give him his space, put him in the G League version of the Lakers, and allow him to marinate and grow his talent. Because I'm not saying that he's not talented, right? Like, this boy just turned 20 years old. He suffered a heart attack, but it's going to take time. Like, hello? What? So this whole topic is going to lead us to nepotism. How do you feel about nepotism, Rebecca?
Let me just talk about the reason why I keep laughing is because just to reiterate everything that Sheyla says, I do not think Bronny needs to be there on the Lakers. I think he needs to be in the G League, or he needs to go to some random team like the Washington Wizards. Like, I don't think that I, I don't see why they're embarrassing him, to be honest. Like, I feel like this is embarrassing for him. The fact that they had this boy come out on the court for 3 minutes for a camera op, literally for an opportunity to
A
say that
photo opportunity.
yeah, a photo op. Like, this is embarrassing. And the whole time when I was watching the clip, I was dying of laughter when I was editing this, because I was like, everybody cheering when LeBron passed him the ball. Hoo ha da. Then they're gonna put the little soundbite where, like, yeah, you see this. Like, Bronny do not want to be listening to LeBron tell him, it's okay if you make mistakes. Like, y'all are doing this to basically feed into the moment. I mean, it's kind of media's fault as well, because we feed into it. We're the ones, like, basically lighting fuel onto the fire.
I mean, I don't think it's our fault, right? Because obviously LeBron was the one that wanted to play with his son. So if the storyline is there, of course we're gonna, like,
but we're
not gonna not tell it.
Okay, but we're also feeding into it, because I could understand if Bronny James was given, like, Steph Curry, like mini Steph Curry type energy. Like, when Steph Curry first came into the league, like, yes, he sprouted into who he is now, but he wasn't like that. Like, he had the talent, like, he was known for his shooting, like, he was known for stuff. If you ask me what Bronny was known for before he got into the league, I couldn't tell you that he was known for rebounds. I couldn't tell you that he was known for shooting. I have not heard anything like that. Granted, I have not gone out of my way to do research on him, but I can also say I know other college players where I could tell you exactly and name exactly what they're good for. And I could, like, well, not good for, what they're good at, right? I feel like this is embarrassing for him. And I feel like it's doing him a disservice to where his talent and everything could potentially progress to, because you got him on the court with his father for a photo op. Like, what is this? And so, yes, Sheyla, this goes into our conversation about nepotism. And do I feel like this is a nepotism moment? Yes. I also wanted to just mention, I think the problem sometimes is, like, when I hear the word nepotism, I always ask myself, is that really a bad thing? Right? When it comes to the
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think what it is that you have people who come from certain situations, and they work hard to make sure that they excel, to make a better life for, potential offsprings, their families, their friends, or whoever is in their circle that they feel like they want to help elevate, right? If you're given the opportunity to help someone elevate, why would you not want to do that? Like, and I don't understand why people make it such a bad thing. Like, if you end up, like, let's say you're one of those people who make that argument, like, oh, like, you're just a Nepo baby. So you're telling me if you were able to get to, let's say, like, Elon Musk status, you wouldn't give your child everything that they want? You wouldn't show them what your work ethic actually potentially grew for them? I don't understand. Why is that such a negative thing? I think most people are mad because that's not them, to be honest.
Yeah. So my whole thing with the nepotism is, yeah, like you mentioned, I also don't disagree with it. I 1,000% understand it, because if I see the struggles that I'm going through, right? Just trying to get, like, a job in an industry that barely has any Latinos, and the Latinos that are there, like, it's hard for us. Okay. So if I had the opportunity to help my kids, if they want to come into the industry, oh baby, 1,000% I will. I think sometimes, though, like, we do just have to be a bit smart with how, we use it. Like, with the whole Bronny James, I'm all for Bronny being a part of the NBA. Bring him in. Okay. But I just hope that he stays in the G League. But then again, I'm not mad, because you have Giannis Antetokounmpo's brother in Milwaukee, and he ain't doing nothing. I think he just was he got hurt, so now he's out for the season, I believe. But, like, listen, white people have been doing this for years, right? Like, they make sure that they keep the money within the family. And so if people of color are doing it, my black, black people, Latinos, let's go for it, honey. Let's keep the money in it. But I do think it's a bit unfair, for the young NBA players out there that they're watching Bronny and they're probably like, I have so much more talent, but I know that I'm never gonna make it just because,
the circumstances I'm in. And I
But
think
that's life. That is life. Like, it
I
is
mean,
what
it
it
is
is.
unfortunate. It is.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, when it comes to nepotism, I think where there is negative, like where I could find like a bad thing in it, is if you're being put into, let's say, like my father is a musician, right? A real known musician. And now like he puts me in contact with like all these different like writers, this, that, and everything. But I can't sing a lick of damn. So it's just like, I feel like if the talent is there, and yes, your parent was like a well-known whatever in that space, perfect. But if you don't have the talent, I'm not talking about Bronny. I'm just saying in general, if you do not have the talent for that space, that you're going to try and go into the same space as your parents that are well known, you need to also be conscientious of that. Conscientious of that.
Th-
Like, if you don't have the talent, you don't have the talent.
That reminds me of the clip of North. She was like a part of some sort of like Lion King thing in California.
Yeah.
And that poor girl, people were like dragging her because apparently I guess she didn't sing well. But Kim and Kanye got the resources, they got the plugs. So if she wanna be the lead performer, she gonna be the lead performer.
Yes,
So
but if the talent is not there, that's where
right.
it's embarrassing. Like,
So it's use nepotism, know its value, and use it properly.
right, because like the thing is also, if let's say like I'm using the same example of my dad being a musician. If I know I can't sing, but I'm a amazing artist, like I can draw, I can paint and everything. Use those connections, use those resources to get into that space where your talent is. But to go into the same space that you are not going to, and you're always going to be compared to your parents in that aspect. Like Bronny is always going to be compared to LeBron. And it does not help the fact that he is on the same team as his father, because people are going to say when he got out of college, his father was averaging this. And he's just averaging 1 rebound. Granted, he was only given like 3 to 4 minutes to play and show his talents. But yeah, I feel bad for him. I really feel like they're setting him up for failure. And I hope he takes this as ammunition to just get better and do better.